Cori and Trechke, Corrie of the snow. Bowl of white light, black rock, wind run, ice hold, hollow of the mountain's hand. Benan, Bain Ahan, mountain of the river Ahn. In a cleft of silence, hidden loch, secret river, name breathed out like a sigh.
My heart's in the Highlands. My heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands, a-chasing the deer, a-chasing the wild deer, and following the road. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the north, the birthplace of valour, the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the Highlands, forever I love. Robert Burns wrote those words more than 2 centuries ago, and I would imagine they resonate with anyone who's ever fallen in love with a landscape. I was reading more about it. It's not just a poem about the Highlands. In fact, actually, it's really a poem about carrying a place with you long after you've left it behind. And I think that's certainly what the podcast and I have been doing since 2022, when we first visited the Highlands with the show for a Photowalk retreat week. And well, over the years, I've walked the glens with 30 photowalkers from our wonderful community. We've talked about photography, of course, and we've spent time doing photographic things, of course, like being in the darkroom or printing in a photogravure print studio, as we did last week. We've bathed in the wonderful forestry of the Highlands. We've looked upon the majesty of its lochs. But one abiding thing, I think, has connected all this together, and that's friendship. It's the friendship that's shared over long meals and long conversations and a good few pairs of muddy boots along the way. The simple act of spending time together. Photography may have been the reason we gathered, but I think we learned so much more as we spent time together. That like-minded thing of not being rushed, doing what we love, making pictures. Nobody's there saying, come on, you've taken 3 already, come on. It's a more intimate group this year, that being me, Lynn Fraser, who joins us for part of the week, Giles Penfound, you know Giles, our very special friend of the show, Michael Assmann, who's travelled with us in the Gambia and last year in India, and John Anderton, known around these parts as the contemplative canon of Calmshire. I'll be popping up as Studio Neil here and there for some historical links and bits as per norm. And so this week's episode comes from a place that's become very special to this podcast. A place that seems to, well, I think it leaves its mark on everyone who visits. It's our annual Scottish Photowalk Retreat special, all made possible, of course, by those who travel to this magical, wonderful place, those who support the show through the Extra Mile, and of course our sponsors. So lace up your boots, we're about to go walking. You know, it's refreshing to find places online where creative people are simply sharing their work, ideas and encouragement without everything feeling like it's a race for attention. That's part of what Art Helper is building, and they support this show, which helps keep these walks happening every week. Art Helper is a community for photographers, artists and makers, with a live feed of artwork and discussion, artist profiles, creative networking, and a growing global directory celebrating human-made work. It's free to join at arthelper.com/sign-up. arthelper.com/sign-up. There's also a direct link waiting for you on today's show page. This is a new place for me. We've not been here before. This is Ord Hill.
Yeah.
ORD.
ORD, that's right. Yeah. It's a lovely spot, actually. Nice short walk, about 2 miles, circular, through some fairly mature pine trees. And up above us, on the left, we've got an Iron Age fort on the top of the hill there.
I'm not sure I'll take Giles there. He's already looked at me in a serious manner when you said, should we go the uphill way or the downhill way? You should have left it at that without filling in that there's an uphill, downhill bit on it every single way. Well, here we are again. I know it's not quite a year since the last retreat. We've got a more intimate one this time. We've got Giles and Michael and John.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of fun because we've got some new treats in store, including, and it took me only about 6 months to be able to say this and spell it, photogravure.
Yeah.
Polymer
That's
photogravure.
That's right.
Because there is a difference, which I'm sure we'll find out later on this week from John. Something you're used to doing, though.
I don't know that I would say I'm used to doing it. I've been dabbling, and every time I get into a bit of a rhythm and flow going into the studio, for some reason I stop going.
Oh.
Well, life gets in the way, you get busy, you get ill, you travel.
Yes, true. And you get a puppy.
And I get a puppy, which, yes, I've got a lovely 4-month-old golden Labrador puppy.
Called Bran, after your favourite breakfast, Bran Flakes.
That wasn't exactly the thinking behind it, but I think that's what everybody's latched on to.
Bran. He is super, I've seen him. He latched himself, talking of latching, latched himself onto Giles, mainly. But then Giles is the type of person that will play with a dog. And they probably right now have the same IQ. I dare say that Bran will overtake him within a couple of weeks.
Yes, and as Giles find out, Bran has got very sharp teeth.
Yeah, yes, he has. So that's one of the reasons why we might not hear too much from you this week, because we're going to spend some time together during photogravure days. I know, and doubtless we'll take a walk during the week. But other than that, you are on Bran watch. And Bran gets his jabs later on this week.
Yep.
I gave him that look of, it's all right, son, you'll be fine.
Yeah, well, he was fine after the first lot, so the second lot I'm sure will be absolutely fine too.
What made you get a dog then? Because you're busy enough with all your travels and the farm work. You've added a dog into the complication.
I know, but we've had dogs before, and when we lost the last one, I'd wanted to get another one, but I didn't. My husband wasn't keen, and I didn't push it because, as you say, I travel, and it would just be one more thing for him to forget to do while I'm away, look after the dog.
So little faith.
But it was his suggestion, actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Who named him?
I did. We didn't know which sex of dog we were going to get, so he'd chosen a name for a female dog if we got a girl, and I chose the male name.
What was the female name?
Nell, after his grandfather's sheepdog.
Oh, that's lovely. And what's Bran after then? Obviously not Bran Flakes.
No, I just picked that. It's nice and short.
Yeah.
It means raven in the Celtic language, and we might have ended up with a black dog, in which case raven, the name raven would have, or the connotation of raven would have worked.
More sense.
But then Bran, he's the colour of Bran Flakes, Bran, so it works both ways.
Well, I'm looking forward to this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing some new things. Merrin joins us later on during the week for forest bathing. The weather, well, last week, all across the UK, it was pretty much, we're having a heat wave. We'd have had our...
Not up here.
Was it not?
No.
I thought you had yours too.
We got up to about 20 degrees.
Well, that is a heat wave for you, isn't it?
We've got a bit hotter than that, but it was nice, actually. Really nice temperature.
Yeah. Well, we don't have that this week.
No.
We have... we have moody skies on the way. And so I'm sure that will help with the photography. You want weather after all. So we're going to have weather. There's no doubt about that. The Blackwater Falls is perhaps my... I'd go as far to say, John, as one of the favourite moments I spend during the Scottish retreat out in nature. And the reason for that, even though right now on the microphone this is just going to sound like a lot of hiss, but I find it such a beautifully tranquil place. I mean, the water's rushing past today, but it's lovely.
It's gorgeous. It looked so different when I was here a couple of years ago, when we had that in September. We had that unusually warm weather,
blue skies,
and although it's a bit drizzly today, there's a little bit of rain that we're going to have to contend with, but it seems almost fitting for the place. Actually, it's the kind of weather that you would expect at a place like this, and it's such a dramatic place, isn't it? It's hard to describe Blackwater Falls without sounding a little bit cliched, because it is really dramatic. You've got the rushing water, the drama, the cascading waterfall, just the noise and the power of the water.
Yeah.
It's a real sort of sensory experience, visually. The sound,
the smell,
the beautiful smell, the lovely fresh air, because the air's feeling very clean now, because we've just had a bit of a rain shower, so the air's really feeling clean and fresh, and you've got the smell, even the taste, I would say.
Taste?
The taste.
You've been licking the trees again, John?
Yes, I know. That lichen's absolutely gorgeous, it really is, but this is one of the memories that really stuck in my mind from 2 years ago, and it's so lovely to be back here.
Yeah, we make this the first stop every year we come here, and in the past it's been because it's just a fantastic place to come with film cameras and experiment with slow shutter speeds, particularly with the water, producing some cotton wool shots from the waterfalls. But it's a great start to the week, I think. Well, I know you want to go and make photographs, so don't let me stop you. What I will do, though, is outstretch my hand and treat you to the sound of the waterfalls at the Blackwater Falls. I didn't notice that before, by the way. There's somebody's dragged out an old iron wheelbarrow.
Yes, I know. It's.
You were saying you like abstract.
I like abstract, but yes.
There's your abstract.
A bit of public art in Blackwater Falls probably means something to somebody.
Yeah. Here's this old wheelbarrow that I think it's a wheelbarrow. Yes, it looks like it's a small wheelbarrow, but maybe it's been pulled from the water, and it's just sitting here saying, "Make an abstract photograph of me." It really is. Well, I'll get one. It'll be a sketchbook photograph. F4, using I brought my X100V with me. And I look around and I see all the array of different cameras, although John and Michael are both Fujifilm users, so I feel I've come on the Fujifilm Appreciating Club's outing. Although there's Giles with his just down the way here. I'm saying it like you can see him with his large format camera. He's got his Mamiya with him as well. Lynn is working with a Canon camera. But let me get a picture. F4 before I start talking about kit too much and end up getting my obligatory nosebleed. A sketchbook photograph of really just an abstract wheelbarrow. F4, 125th shutter speed. ISO's a bit heavy. That's because I've got my neutral density filter applied. 640 ISO. There we go. Let me get a bit closer. I'll open up, have two, and there we go. Well, that's not winning any awards, but I'd like to know, I'm not going to say something as cliche as I'd like to know the history of this wheelbarrow, but I'd like to know who pulled it out, because it looks a bit heavy.
Before we go any further, I should probably correct something.
Throughout these lovely location moments, I seem to have developed a habit of referring to the Black Water as the Blackwater Falls, and because I did it, everyone else did it. The Black Water is the river. The falls are the Falls of Rogie. I could edit every mention out, of course, but I'm hoping you'll just simply forgive me. Rogie takes its name from the surrounding area, a name thought to have its roots in Old Gaelic and one that's been here for centuries, long before suspension bridges, walking trails and photographers carrying tripods. Upstream, the Black Water can actually seem like a fairly gentle river, from what I've seen. But at Rogie, it's forced through a much narrower, rocky gorge. The river finds itself with far less room to move, and the result is all this energy and noise that you're hearing in the recordings. What you're looking at and photographing is a landscape shaped over thousands of years by water finding its way through the stone. This is a place photographers, as you can imagine, are very much drawn to. Not because it offers an easy picture, but because it never seems to be the same twice, and I can vouch for this, having seen it, photographed it, watched it, and walked around it for years now. The water very much changes with the weather in terms of the light and the colour. If you're lucky, you might even spot, apparently, salmon attempting the journey upstream. I didn't find that, though I'd have been ready with my camera, I'm sure. I did, however, find Michael. I'm aware that this particular part of the recording will be even more noisy because I'm standing right at the very end of one of the drops as the falls come quite close past us. And Michael is doing, what are you doing, Michael? Well, you're working with quite a long focal length here. You've got a bit of a throw on this.
Yeah, I have a view that I like, and I'm happy I brought a few filters. So I put an ND8 now.
Because even though this is not a very bright, well, it is quite bright actually, having said that.
Quite bright.
Don't be confused by or don't be fooled by the grey skies.
Yeah.
So you've seen there's those two drops of water, symmetrical, which I love.
Yeah, that's what I try. But the difficulty is you see that block over there on the top left, which is a little bright in the image. And at the same time, also the reflections on the rocks that we see in front of that little pond are also too bright. So I'm trying to figure out what works best in the end. Maybe I go in very, very close and isolate and start with having whites to the left and the right.
So you've got the 55 to 200.
Which is totally fine for this type.
Plenty of throw.
Yeah, because I love going... we need the higher apertures anyway for this one. So I don't need the depth separation.
We were talking about this earlier. This is a very landscapey walk in particular. Well, the whole week really is built around landscapes and the beauty of nature in Scotland. Are you any particular genre of photographer? I know the answer to that already, but I'm asking you, for the sake of the tape, as they say during police interviews.
Landscape is certainly not my main thing. I love more documentary people photography. But I'm very happy with the images that I have made in landscape. Actually, it's calming down. It's a totally different mode of operating as a photographer. And there's a lot of sound here, which is very different.
I'm very aware of that as I'm recording.
And I love this. So the sound actually helps me getting into the mood for taking those images. I love water. Yeah.
Michael's never been to Scotland before. This is your first time.
It's the first time I've seen England and Wales, but never Scotland. And I love it. It's nice.
Well, look, I'll let you enjoy the sound. I'll disappear. Oh, is that a long exposure?
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Let me have a look.
You see, I have that issue with the XQ3.
So an X Pro 3. This is an X Pro 3 screen problems.
This is
look at that though. Look at that.
Yeah. So this is when you go more in. So I love the green on top of it, of the waterfalls. So I will have another zoomed out version of this one. But actually, that's what I achieved with that equipment. And I love that lens. It's cheap, it's light, or relatively cheap, it's light.
55 to 200 for, yeah.
I bought this used, actually. So it's not even a new one. I bought this.
Is it an MPB special? Or?
No. It's a Montreal photo shop.
You don't have to apologise. They're not a sponsor now.
No, but I've bought through MPB already in my past.
I'm thinking this might be an interesting lens for me to take to Mongolia.
Yes,
because
it's a more throw.
Yeah.
Except you get the same with the other one, with the 50-140, if you have that additional adapter. Right.
Oh.
That may help.
It's much heavier.
It's much heavier. So this is light. This is I can show you later.
Form factor Fuji uses because of the lightness of the equipment. You know.
That's it.
Look, I'll disappear because I'm making more noise than the waterfall. Michael's giving me those looks. I can tell. We've never been to Roseisle on our adventures to date. 5 years we've been coming here, 5 years. I may have said that already in the show, but 5 years. John is just up ahead of me making some photographs of some petrified wood. Did you see, John, the ray, whether it's a manta or sting, I don't know. Is it a stingray or a manta ray?
No idea.
It is a ray.
But yeah. I mean, I know nothing about marine life. I didn't even realise that they came this far north.
Yeah, I saw it and I thought, well, I've seen one of these in the Maldive Islands.
Yeah, but not on a beach in the Highlands, Scotland.
No. But I think it's only just come up because it's not been pulled apart by gulls. It's fairly intact.
It is fairly intact. I mean, I think the gulls will make a meal of that later on.
But it's rolled itself over on the way in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are people who hear this who will be able to put us right on this, but I have absolutely no idea that rays came this far north. Maybe it's a sign of how coastal waters are warming up, but I don't know, maybe let's not go there, eh?
So you're making a picture of this abstract
this piece of whitewood.
It's wood.
It's not driftwood. It's too big to be a piece of driftwood, isn't it? But
fascinating. It's all locked together like antlers.
Yes, and the texture and you've got the texture of this piece of wood. You've got the stones in the background, then you've got the sea, and the sky is absolutely gorgeous over the sea. Yeah, absolutely lovely.
I was reading about Roseisle. This was. There's a whole long stretch of this beach that they were worried at the outbreak of World War II could be so easily used by invading forces to come onto these islands, and so all these traps were set up very close. Well, they're
the landing craft.
They're concrete cubes.
Yes.
Well, it wouldn't stop them. It was designed to slow them down.
Slow them down, yes.
And then you've got these pillboxes all the way along this beach. But then they used this beach to do D-Day practice. The American and Canadian forces in particular used this to practice because there's a lot of similarities to Normandy.
Especially with the high dunes behind us as well, where of course on the Normandy beaches is where the German forces were, and I suppose it was relatively easy for them to pick off the Allied troops as they came ashore. It's really horrifying to think of it. It's something like this. It's just a piece of history, and it just brings it home to you. What sort of went on here, you know.
We've been talking the last when we walked through the woodland yesterday, when we did our welcome walk, as it were, Giles was telling us about Kappa and those photographs which are heralded as masterpieces, and the blurs and the mistakes, and the fact that what was he supposed to have done? Overcooked them in the...
Well, apparently what happened is that Robert Capa landed with the US troops.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
And there was so much urgency that the exposed rolls of film got sent back to Fleet Street, wherever it was they were processed. And there was such a rush that some darkroom technician decided that he'd put them in the drying cabinet and turn up the heat.
That's right.
To dry them more quickly.
Yes.
And essentially that just caused the emulsion to just melt off the film.
Yeah.
Imagine being that lab tech and having to go and tell the picture editor that you've just melted Robert Capa's pictures.
Wow, it turns out that's not the full picture.
Okay.
As it were. I feel at this point, Studio Neil will have to come in and tell the rest of the story, because that's not the complete picture. He was, of course, one of the greats when it came to documentary photography, but not everything is as we saw it.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, it'll be interesting to see what Studio Neil comes up with. That's the story. It's a bit of a myth, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's some truth.
Well, it's something that
the whole story.
Something Giles told me about the knowledge. Well, he has a lot of knowledge about the conflict photographers, and he said, "Go look that up."
Yes.
So I tell you what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go and look that up.
Look that up, yes.
A few things here. First up, Capa. For many years, the accepted story was that most of Robert Capa's D-Day photographs were lost when an over-enthusiastic darkroom assistant overheated the negs during processing in London. It became one of photography's most famous tales. More recently, though, researchers have started questioning whether that version of events wasn't entirely accurate. The evidence suggests the negatives may never have been damaged in the way people believed, and that Capa simply made far fewer photographs on Omaha Beach than the legend eventually claimed. Whatever the answer to that question is, it's undeniable that those photographs are some of the most palpable pictures ever made during the war. And next, that ray washed up on the beach we found. Now, before anyone gets too excited and starts firing off emails, I know, it's almost certainly, well, it wasn't a manta ray. Had it been a manta ray, I suspect I'd have had to explain why the Photowalk had suddenly relocated several thousand miles to the tropics without telling anybody. But no, this was more likely one of the rays that call these waters home. Perhaps a thornback ray, a cuckoo ray, a blonde ray, or even a skate, although my money's not on the latter. I'm afraid my marine biology isn't quite up to the task of making a definitive identification, obviously. As for the beach, though, some history, because this is a fantastic place to photograph, particularly if you like a marriage of abstract and nature. As you walk along Roseisle Beach, it's impossible not to notice them. Concrete blocks scattered across the sand and pillboxes at pretty regular intervals. So I don't think I've ever seen so many in one place. Not like this. They date back to the Second World War, when Britain feared invasion, and this stretch of coastline was identified as a potential landing site. So defences were built all along the beach, from anti-tank obstacles to pillboxes, designed not necessarily to stop the invasion altogether, but to slow it down. Today the sea is slowly reclaiming many of these structures, but they do remain a reminder that, even this beautiful, peaceful stretch of coastline once found itself on the front line of world events. There's a bit of a theme with the next part of this show, as Giles teaches Michael, and by definition us, about large format photography. The patience of the whole thing. Before that, and because this show is all about the wonderful nature of seeing what you photograph come alive on walls or within a book, my thanks to a new sponsor supporting this show, who I'm delighted to be working with. Well now, I would hazard a bet that most of us have photographs sitting on hard drives that mean something to us, something special. Photographs we've travelled to faraway places for, or moments of quiet, like the photographs we make in nature, or the very loud and noisy ones, just like the photos we made at Blackwater. We have these amazing photographs, but we've never really done anything with them since, well, who knows. But they just sit there on the hard drive, looking at you, And that's one of the reasons I like Silver Grain Press. They specialise in helping photographers turn our digital files into something tangible. Beautifully made photo books, exhibition quality prints on Hahnemuller paper, using pigment inks and solid hardwood frames that give your photographs a permanent place beyond a screen. If there are pictures you've been meaning to print, perhaps this can be the nudge. Visit silvergrainpress.com. That's all one word, silvergrainpress.com/Photowalk, where you will receive 15% off your first order. That's silvergrainpress.com/Photowalk. A little bit further along the beach, Michael is composing a picture through the beast. The beast being?
An MPP 5.4 monorail.
Yeah. Knows his stuff. So they've got the 5.4 monorail out and they're making a photograph. I say they, it's Michael and Giles, are making a photograph of a pillbox that's, well, slid down in the last, I would say, 3-4 decades onto the beach. One of the pillboxes. Is this your composition?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We've chosen it. Well, I've chosen it. He gave me this little thing to this right angle.
It's like a viewer, isn't it? It's a viewer you made, didn't you?
Yeah, the one from the show.
The one from the show.
That's my little...
There we go. Oh, we've introduced
doohickey.
It's the doohickey.
Yes.
That's what we called it in the recent programme. It's essentially a rectangle with a hole in the middle.
Which is 5x4.
5x4 inches, so you can.
So it's a facsimile of the shape of the sheet of film.
Yeah.
So and tied onto that, it's a piece of string with knots relating to the focal length of the film. So this is an approximation. So it's interesting to speak to Michael. How close was this approximation to what you see?
It was good enough because we did the adjustment anyway after.
Yes. You had to adjust it slightly, didn't you?
Yes.
In terms of the position.
Right.
But it was much better doing that than having this massive camera and trying to adjust it from there.
Yeah, so you can use your doohickey instead of having to move the camera around. I don't want to stop you. Carry on, because you're teaching Michael in the arts of 5.4. So they've got a composition all sorted here. It's of the pillbox. This is going to be super. The light's constantly changing, though, which always worries me a little bit with 5.4. Does the light changing quite often here make a lot of difference to you, Giles? Is it a pain?
No, not at all. You just got to deal with it, basically, and you got to figure out what it is, and I think adjust your.
But the immediacy of just being able to meter with a 35mm camera, click, bang, done, walk off, get a coffee, is not the same here, is it?
No, it's meter, have a coffee, think about
bake a cake.
In fact, I've got some coffee and we haven't had any coffee.
Oh.
It's much. I think it's much more contemplative.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm being.
No, sorry. Let you crack on.
Sorry about that, Mark. You were waiting. Yeah. So have a look at the vegetation in front of the thing.
Yeah, I love that.
So is that good? Is that okay?
Yes.
You can hardly hear Michael because he's under the, what do you call this?
Focusing cloth.
Focusing cloth. It's a red focusing cloth. I hope there's no Highland bulls around. Otherwise, Michael, I'll see you in the coffee shop.
So there is structure. Yeah. There's certainly more structure, right? I wouldn't call it sharp, but there's structure.
That's sort of a global, less precise way. That's it. Now it's a question of refining that. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be really honest with you. This is where my lack of knowledge comes into it. I know the mechanics. I understand the science of it. But because in many ways
you did this in the army.
No, but I never used
not
this.
With this machine.
I didn't do what I do with this camera. And this is what's lovely now, is that Michael and I, not that I ever put myself above you, but Michael and I are on the exact same level, because it was really interesting because you understood the physics of it, and you understood the physics of the lens.
So that's Michael's engineering background.
And this is what I've got to work out now, is how do I make it absolutely precise? Because I think both you and I would want that precision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I think it's there, but I couldn't say it's actually. I'm going to have a look.
Michael, we have a quaint expression in English. It's called the blind leading the blind, which is not a very kind phrase. I appreciate that, but...
Two people with glasses.
Well, I wasn't saying it for that reason. It was two people reasoning why they haven't got the answer, was what I was thinking of. Come on, I'll let you do it, because we've joined you halfway through and I feel I might be interrupting the process. I'll watch from afar. I'll keep bull watch. It's a big red cloth. Meanwhile, I'll show you how it's done. All right, you get your X100.
Oh, yeah.
You get roughly where Giles is, and you bring it to your eye.
And we will compare it.
Okay.
Compare the images.
F8, 1/2/5, 400 ISO. Done.
245.
I'm off for a roast beef. Don't tell the bull.
You're walking on our area.
You can't see it.
Oh, you don't know what I can see.
I'm going to go off before they throw me in the sea. I let Giles and Michael, well, I say let, I enjoyed watching them continue their conversation and made my way a little bit further along the beach and found myself one of the tank traps that was at a suitable angle that I could rest back into my photo rucksack, close my eyes and not sleep. No, I knew that's what you thought I was doing, not sleep, but meditate. Forest bathing on the beach. And it was lovely. Can you think of anything nicer than the gentle waves lapping in the background as the sea goes out a little bit more? The sun's come out. There's the warmth on my face. We've had everything. We've had all seasons except for hail. Today we've had some really angry skies. Then we had some rain when we were in the forest running alongside the black waterfalls. And now we've got the sunshine. It's beautiful. It really is. I don't think I'm translating my thoughts very well because I've only just effectively woken up.
Well, yeah, I have got photographic evidence, actually.
I'm meditating in those photos.
Well, I
sleeping,
think
John.
we'll have to put them on the website and let people decide.
They can decide for themselves. Have you been making some photographs? You wandered right down the beach.
I did, yes. It's. I think people say that the beach is so difficult to photograph because they say, well, it's not very interesting, is it? But just look at the sky. I mean, how could that not be interesting?
I used to be able to recognise a lot of the clouds. I did Met as part of the exams I did for flying. I can't think of any of the names of them now. That one up there can be called Bob. That's called Florence.
White and fluffy.
White and fluffy.
Slightly grey, not quite so fluffy.
Well, I know that's Cirrus and I know that's CB.
Yeah.
Right,
no
I'm
idea.
lost after that.
Stratocumulatis. Oh, I don't know. But
I'm so sorry. You can get a cream for that.
Lovely to photograph, and
Yeah.
of course this beach is interesting because we've got the tank trap, so you've got a bit of foreground interest. But I love the beach. I don't like beach holidays. Wouldn't like to lie there roasting on a beach in the Mediterranean, but just walking along a beach like this with the beautiful sky, the beautiful sound, some interesting things to look at and photograph. It's absolutely lovely.
Are you more interested in things because you have a camera around your neck, or would you enjoy this scene anyway?
Well, I enjoy walking anyway. I enjoy walking, and sometimes I go out without a camera.
Do you?
Well, having said that, it's not. I've always got a phone with me, so I can never claim that I am sans camera. But I do go out and walk without a camera.
Oh, John, is that a horse coming towards us?
I think so.
I haven't got my glasses, so it's either a horse. Can we move on to the beach? I want to get it as it passes by. I'm not sure what the rider will feel about me making a photograph of them riding, but that's just a lovely beach scene, isn't it?
It is.
Horses on the beach. I've always wanted to go somewhere where the stallions run on the beach. There's various places in the world where you can do that. I'm generally not much of a horse person. I'm a little bit nervous of horses Despite the fact that if you meet somebody who knows what they're doing with horses, they'll say, no, they're really friendly. If they come towards you, that's because they're genuinely interested in you, who you are. It's a hello, what are you doing here kind of thing. Let me get a picture. Oh, I'm going to have to go closer, but I don't want to spook the rider and the horse. Here we go. I'll get down really low. You can hear it. Hey. Oh, what a lovely sound, John. Dip, 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 dip. I hope that came out on the recording. John, bring me my horse. Oh, that was a gift. You see, I don't know. I've not got the perfect lens on. I've got an effective focal length of 35 millimeters, and I didn't want to get too close.
Yeah, so I've got a 16 to 55, which in old money.
Well, you'll be close to 85 at the.
He's 24 to 80-ish.
Yeah, well,
So
a bit more than that, I think.
Yeah.
But let me have a look at your photograph here.
Yeah, I'll just crop it in a little bit, I think.
See, I went for a low camera angle. I think with real beasties, you like to give them a wee beasties.
That's a big beastie.
Yeah, that's a big beastie, that one. But you want to give them a bit of power in the frame, so getting down low, of course, helps.
Helps, it does, yes. I was up the beach, so a bit further up on higher ground. So, but what a lovely opportunity, eh?
See?
What a gift.
Little surprises. A horse coming along an open beach. There's nobody but myself and John, and 500 tank traps, and a horse with a rider. Fabulous. Oh, that sun's lovely and warm. You say that again, Neil. I'm going to come down there. It's Monday evening, and Giles has, the picture that was made on the 544554. Are we still having that argument? I'll be in trouble. What is it?
It's whatever you want it to be.
It's whatever you want it to be. Giles has brought in a mobile processing kit, and it is all in bottles that usually would have things like lemonade in them. That one looks like... That's Fixer, lemonade. That's Stop Bath, lemonade. That one's a Fixer, what does that look like? Something like lime. And it's in the kitchen area, which is quite dangerous. But don't do this at home, kids. Now, Michael, you made the picture. So how much of this process of processing are you doing?
The watching. I'll watch Giles while he does this.
Yeah, okay. So you will need to explain what we've got here.
Right.
And we're going to use Granny's knickers, which is a dark bag, isn't it?
Yes.
A changing bag, a dark bag to actually, because we haven't got the ability to shut down all the lights in here. So you're using a bag and the Granny's knickers bit is because you have the bit where you put your hands in, like their legs.
That sounds
Have you never heard of Granny's knickers?
No, that sounds very dodgy.
It does sound dodgy, but that's what they're called, Granny's knickers.
Let me open that.
Yeah, there we go.
That's about the
I mean, that's a big pair of knickers,
Yeah.
I'll give you that much.
Granny had some very as well.
Oh no, Giles, I'm going to have to edit that bit out. Right.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, I know you didn't mean it like that, but that's how people will take
Okay,
it.
fair enough. So what we're going to do today, this evening rather, is to convert an image it's a latent image on film into a negative image.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can actually make it visible. So what I'm holding in my hand at the moment is a 5x4 double dark slide. We only took one we didn't. Michael took the
So
exposure.
you could have taken one on the other side as well.
Yeah, but there's only need to take one. So
Wouldn't you do one as a emergency cover?
no, what's the point of that?
It's JPEG only.
Well, if you've got two in there, why not use the two?
Well, it's a waste of film.
Oh, so you can use the second one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
right.
don't
Okay.
have to use
Oh, okay.
You don't have to use. There's not a rule book like street photography that says thou shalt use double dark slide on one photograph.
Okay.
Is that a bit contentious?
No.
Yes.
You said it, not me.
It's okay. So we have the image in there. We have the negative rather in there. We've got to be able to get it into a daylight processing tank, which is there. It is,
Yep.
and inside there's a very strange looking spool, which allows
Very
me.
different looking one.
Yeah, which allows me to, if you can imagine a 5x4 sheet of film, it allows me to sort of curve it and place it into a holder, and then that'll sit within a tank, and I'm able to pour in chemicals and out chemicals without it getting exposed to light.
So unlike those that have processed film from a 35mm roll where you roll it round onto
A spool.
a spool, this looks entirely different.
Yeah, it's similar but different. It's just a different way of holding the film. So, but in order to do that, okay, so we can't do that in the light.
No.
Because if we did that in the light, obviously we expose the film. So we take and this is where I think it's lovely. So Michael and I have a common spotterish sort of bond of what's the word?
Efficiency?
Process. Yeah, of process is.
Michael is an engineer.
Yeah.
And
Giles isn't.
no. So that's where the similarity ends.
And Charles is a certified idiot. But so as with all these things, if you have a set process, okay, and you have the things always in the right place, the chances of things going wrong are reduced greatly.
Yes,
So I'm going to
of course.
waffling. Put the double dark slide in. Okay. Put the tank in, which is opened at the moment, and I know, roughly where it all is. So that when I'm working with
So you zip the bag up, and then it's got some Velcro attachments too.
Yes.
So that's absolutely light-proof.
Yes, it is. So when I put my hands in, and this comes the fun bit, I've got to blow air into it to inflate it.
So everything inside this bag is absolutely in the dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the person with his hands in the bag.
Giles is inflating Granny's knickers.
Stop it.
It's a phrase used in... I know this.
Where is it used?
Well, Paul Hudson, who is a very, very good documentary photographer, told me they were called Granny's knickers, and that's what I've called them ever since.
Yeah, but he's from Yorkshire. So I know where the tank is within the dark bag. Mm-hmm. Okay. And if you imagine taking off a jacket, zipping up the jacket, putting your arm through the armhole, but the bottom of the jacket is rolled up. Yeah. So and let's forget for the moment that there's a neck hole, but essentially that's what it looks like. So on the left hand side I have the tank, and I know where all the individual parts are. I now know which side of the dark side has got the exposed film, and it's just a process of taking it out. So I slide. There's a dark slide which I slide open. Okay, and you want to be really careful not to touch the film.
Yeah, that must be very difficult.
Yeah. Well, it's again it's a process. It's understanding how the film is within the dark slide, and I've got it out now. I usually use my little finger. Right. Which is my little finger has a slightly longer nail on it sometimes. And so I now know the orientation. So squashing the film together and placing it in the holder. That's lovely. Stop it.
No, you've just reminded me of some lines from Silence of the Lambs. What's it? She puts the lipstick in the bucket. I can't remember the actual lines, but the way you were saying it. Sorry, that made me chuckle. Anybody that remembers that film. Sorry.
Stop it. I just... Right.
You do make me giggle, though.
Anyway. So I'm now putting the lid on, which is a funnel, which allows you to pour liquids in and out. I'm putting the lid on top, and now it's all done.
Wow.
But again...
That was extremely slick.
Thank you very much. My assistant Michael was helping me, making sure everything was working fine. So there we go.
Wow. Ta-da!
So that works. I'll just close that up, and I've got a sheet of film still
So
there.
the sheet of film in 2 is still
Still in there.
in there.
Okay.
Good.
So the film is now loaded, but it's what I love about this process is process, okay? Is having things done right and following a really quite rigid SOP, so that every time you do it, you follow that SOP, you do it exactly the same. And it's all, for me, it's all about
SOP?
Standard Operating Procedure.
Oh, you're getting all army on me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It just means every time you do it, it's the same, but also it's organised. And so the next time you come to use the dark bag, it's properly folded away, it's done the rest of it. So we're good to go. We can process.
Very good.
Wow, just like in those wonderful cookery shows where one moment it's all close-ups of ingredients and then moments later, voila, a perfect cured trout, pickled things and dill oil on camera 3. Just like those sorts of moments, we are moving ahead, a little bit in the process now, or standard operating procedure, to the moment when, after having worked with the 5-4 under the brilliant guidance of Giles during the afternoon, Michael gets to see the result of an hour preparing for and making one single photograph.
So now is the moment of truth.
Yeah, this is the moment we talked about earlier on of jeopardy.
Yeah.
But it's also about quantum mechanics, because this whole process is about quantum mechanics.
Yeah.
I can't tell you why, but it is about super precision and particles being in two places at once, or
Isn't that Schrodinger's cat?
Yeah.
Schrodinger's
cat. So at the moment,
It's good or not.
yeah, it either
Have you
exists.
two been sniffing the fixer?
No, it's sort of kindred spirits, mate. It's fantastic. This is the lovely thing at the moment. I don't know whether this is a good negative.
Well, I hope so.
No, do hope so. But
we don't know.
but that's the lovely thing about it. And if it isn't, you deal with what you have.
Well, if it isn't, we've got a whole wasted part of the...
No, it's not. Absolutely not. It's not wasted.
No?
No, absolutely not.
We've seen the image.
Well, we saw the image.
Here we go. So it's there is no waste. It's I think this is the lovely part about this is that every part of the process. Okay, I've sort of coached Michael in where to go, and so when you were making the image, you were making the decisions about it, but it was all Michael's work. There's no automation at all.
I like the way that the blame has just been passed to you.
Well, except for the last bit.
Right, so
Well, here we go.
He did the cooking.
Yeah, here's he did the cooking.
I'm gonna just pour so that the image is fixed now. Okay, it's light safe.
Right.
Okay.
So you can take it out there.
So I'm pouring the fixer away, and I just want to give it a little bit of water just to wash the fixer off.
Yeah.
Just next to this. So when I process at home, I give it a sort of a 10-minute wash, because obviously you want to get all the fixer off, because if you don't, it'll degrade the image and yada yada and all that stuff. But so at home, I won't even look at the image. In fact, I won't even look at the image till it comes out the drying cabinet, because I don't know, there's this extended period of jeopardy. But for tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to open it up and we're going to see if we got.
And then are you going to put it back in?
Yeah, to wash it.
Yeah. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
There is an image. It's good.
Oh,
Say something. Don't just make noises.
well, we got a really good negative.
That
Really
looks
good.
like it's full of good tonal.
Yeah.
Good tone range.
Good,
in
really
the highlights
range,
and
yeah.
the danger.
Yeah. So I mean, this is excellent, and so we don't want to muck around with it too much. This is the problem with this
Spindle.
spindle. It's
You
not-
looked a little bit worried for a second.
I was, because I couldn't find it. But again, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I know I can wax lyrical and be a bit serious about all this and all this, but this is the beauty of this process for me. Like, and I don't know how you feel about it, Michael. It'd be interesting to hear what you say.
It was a very controlled process, and we have a result that we'll like.
Yeah, but it was again.
I'm waiting for the emotion from Michael there.
That was the emotion.
That's what you get. But it's that. It's not perfect.
No.
It's not.
Well, it looked pretty good to me.
Well, but it's not predicted.
Right.
Okay, it's not automated. I'm not saying this or the opposite is wrong. What I'm saying is this is what I love about this, is because, we both come together this afternoon and had a shared experience, and I think we, I don't want to say, we've both learned to each other, because it sounds so trite, but it's bloody true. Yeah. It really is. So then you produce this negative, which at the moment looks really good. I don't know if it's sharp yet, because we haven't looked at it. I think it looks all right. It looks all right, doesn't it? Yeah. But then, so again, my guru at the moment. Sorry, go ahead. You can say something.
We talked about good enough, right?
Yeah.
And right now it looks
Good enough.
For that stage of the process, it looks good.
Perfect. Perfect.
We will be returning to that negative later in the show as we close at Loch Maree today, using our transparencies from the Highland Print studio and Michael's negative to produce some cyanotypes by the loch. Mentioning transparencies, which was part of our visit to the Highland Print studio, we spent Tuesday and Wednesday learning about and making the most exquisite polymer photography of prints. It was such a special experience that for the first time in our Scottish retreat history, there's an entire episode, that's last week's, 535, dedicated to it. So please excuse me as we teleport to Thursday, when we're joined by author Merrin Glover. Now, you've heard Merrin's voice already at the start of the show, reading a brace of Ken Gorm's lyrics, a short poetic form inspired by Japanese haiku. The lyrics' 3 rules mean it must be composed of 15 words, include an element of nature from the Ken Gorms, and use at least one non-English word. It can have a title which can include or be in addition to the word count, and I'd like to feature another one now, and then transport you again into the forest, where we did some forest bathing, which led to writing challenges, and then a wonderful session back at base, where Merrin talks about the art of writing alongside your photographic practice.
Ben Macdui, Bain Macdui, the mountain of the son of Duff, high king of thunder, old grey man, chief of the range, head of the clan.
So just somewhere where you can be comfortable, either sitting or lying down, where you can hear. And if you find you need to change position in order to be comfortable, feel free to do that at any point. And just settling where you are, and I encourage you to close your eyes and just allow the breathing to settle. There's no need to force it or to count, but just allow it to slow down. And be aware of the breath as it travels in and falls out. On the way out, you can allow it to sigh, just as a letting go. On the way in, if you can breathe in through your nose, just sense that clean, cool air filling you. And on the breath out, imagine that you are releasing the cobwebs, the inner grit and dust, just blowing it out. And on the breath in, allow yourself to be a soft balloon that opens up, fills with pure air, and then just softens out again.
Yeah, writing is hard, but it can also be easy. It can also be something that you just do like a child, like child's play, like a child just talking out loud and making up the game as they go along. And if you can give yourself that freedom just to play, to let it flow, to not worry about expectations and results, and then over time something may surface from that. I mean, actually this morning things surfaced from each of you that were wonderful to hear and seemed to me to open up windows, places that you might explore further, even if it's that exploration through what's difficult, what's frustrating. Writing it out somehow can work it out. I guess the why has been about what can I give back, not out of a sense of duty, but out of a sense of joy. How do I most enjoy the life that I've been given? Or like, as we said about Mary Oliver, this one wild, precious life. And for me, the why then is to create, to make, to connect, that it isn't enough for me just to make up words all by myself, which I did all through my childhood. I was always talking to myself. But if you tell a story, you want someone to hear the story, and you want to hear their story and how those stories speak to each other. So that's the why, is to give as I have received.
We've just come out of our morning session with Merrin Glover. It's wonderful to welcome Merrin back. Is this the third year now that she's been with us? It is.
It is. It's the third year, and I think each year gets better.
Yeah. Well, it certainly was a study of writing and thought processes behind writing with John and Michael and Giles, and you were in there. And it was, I thought we really got in a little bit deeper this time.
I think so, and I think what was really interesting was all three of them professed not to be writers, but all of them read out wonderful pieces of work, very short because we were given 5 minutes to form a piece. But it was quite incredible what they came up with.
There was lots of conversation, that's for sure. Yeah. Your writing isn't exclusively about, but it certainly has featured your travels, and that's something I think you want to embrace more. I know that's one of your plans, as it is mine when we go to Mongolia.
Yes, I think with Mongolia being a much slower paced trip, we'll have time to sit with a notebook every day at some point, make notes about what we're seeing, what we're experiencing. Reflection, yes, how we feel about it. And then hopefully when we get back from the trip, I'll be able to weave that in with some photographs.
Now, this is... It's not the big reveal or the grand reveal because I think I mooted it and suggested it, but we are having 2 weeks, 2027, we're back to September, possibly the very end of August into September. One of the things that we've decided to do this year is extend that skill set. So the first week will be very photographic and include the photogravure, which we've done already this week. Very, very enjoyable. But also, the second week, we're doing something new. There's a new edge to it.
Yes, we're going to have a week that focuses much more on writing. Obviously, the photography will still be included, but we're going to be looking at writing and taking a slightly deeper dive into it and looking at how we can incorporate writing into our creative practice, whether that's photography, sound, or whatever else you do. Journaling, yeah. So I don't like that word journaling, actually.
I think Merrin said she wasn't very keen on that word. What is it about the word journaling that's suddenly unfashionable?
I don't know that it's unfashionable, but for me it gives it brings a pressure on that I'm supposed to be writing something deep and meaningful, because a lot of people use journaling for their mental health and things like that, which is great. I prefer just to think of it as taking notes.
I remember keeping a diary was very... Do you remember it may not have been for you, but it was for me. One of the presents every single year was a diary. Yeah. And I remember starting with plenty of aplomb on January the 1st. Today, I had scrambled egg.
The important things in life.
Then we watched the New Year's special of Morecambe and Wise. And then Mum for tea made sausage and chips. It wasn't, I would say, a very revealing one. And I can't think that in years to come, like all those amazing journals printed, the works of monks and kings and whatever, mine probably won't be published. But that felt like a journal to me. I suppose that's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But for me, it's just keeping a note of what's happening. Journaling seems to imply something deeper to me, maybe... sort of revealing yourself on the page. And
So my revelations of journaling was sausage and chips.
Very profound.
Yeah, well, you know me. Nothing if not profound.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I see what you mean. So it'll be a writing workshop with a photographic angle. So there's definitely an opportunity to stay for the 2 weeks this time. The very photographic, workshoppy thing where we get involved with photogravure, really get in with printing. I loved the printing. Honestly, I can't tell you how much I loved it. I loved the dark room, but this was a whole new angle and a whole new feeling. And I'm hoping later on this week, talking about stuff that we've not done before, we're going to extend that. We're rather beholden to the weather behaving itself a little bit, but we're hoping that by the end of the week we'll be able to do some cyanotypes as well.
Oh, you'll be all right. I feel it in my bones, or in the wind, or just the simple fact I did the edit, and I know that the sun came out, if only for a moment. Spoiler alert. But I just want to pop up and say that we have decided, post that chat with Lynn, to switch those weeks around. The Scottish retreat returns to September next year, 2027. Well, actually, the end of August into the first weeks of September. Week 1 will be our writing and photography retreat, where we'll be treated to the thoughts and mentoring from 3 published authors and visit stunning locations across the Highlands to write and photograph following the sessions. Pop this into your diary. It's Sunday 29th of August to Saturday 4th of September, that one. There are 5 places and 2 have already been, well, pretty much snapped up. And then the photographic only retreat, where we visit new locations across the Highlands and a few favourites to spend time photographing together as friends, including 2 days making the most exquisite polymer photogravure prints. That week is Sunday 5th to Saturday 11th of September. 5 places again, 3 have been reserved. Now, the webpage hasn't gone live yet, but will on Monday 22nd of June after we've finalised some of the locations. If you put your name down already, your place is secure. From Monday, whatever spaces are left will be open to book on the website. A writing and photography retreat and a photography and printing retreat, 2027. Now, one of the locations we'll definitely be visiting on the writing and photography retreat is Cromarty, the northernmost town on the Black Isle, a former fishing port whose history stretches back centuries, looking out across waters now better known for dolphins than fishing boats. And that's where we're headed next now.
Every year we come to Cromarty, and the Gaelic church I like, because, well, it wasn't built a long time ago. It's 1783, something like late 1700s. Yet it is what I think would be described by most estate agents as light and airy.
As a fixer-upper.
Needs a roof. This one is good for pot plants.
There's not a lot to it.
Yeah.
It's lovely, though. It's a beautiful building. It's lovely old stone, isn't it?
I'm fascinated by these old graveyards. I love graveyards. What would your gravestone say? What would your tombstone say?
Oh, my word.
You can think about this as well, John, because I'm going to ask you next. You can apply some Brummie classic humour. There's a challenge for you. Well, I've been writing this morning. I'm trusting that you're all sort of revved up on creativity.
I have no idea.
If it was, I have no idea.
I had no idea.
Well, if it's charged by the letter, I'm not paying that much for you.
Or WTF, that would be good. You know.
What did famously Spike Milligans say?
Yeah, I told you I wasn't well.
I told you I wasn't well.
Yeah.
Classic dark sense of humour by Spike. What would yours be, John?
Oh, on my gravestone. Oh, crikey.
This is a nice dark part of the show.
Yeah, we'll switch the light on, Bab.
Oh, Michael's photographing her. I'll ask him the same question while we're here. What are you photographing, Michael? A tombstone, I can see that, yes, but...
The gravestones, they have kind of moss on them.
Lichen.
Yeah, so it just shows how old they are. And I try to find the oldest one. So I found one from 1828.
Oh, they'll be much older than that. Look at these ones over here.
No, we have to walk this. when we have
No,
to
there's a
look at
competition to try and find an older one. That one over there, I would imagine.
this. 1919.
Oh.
The red one.
No, the red one.
The ones where we can't read properly.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. What did you make of the writing exercises this morning? Because it doesn't matter what language you write in, whether it's German or you can speak French as well. German, French, English, touch of Italian. I think you do a bit of Spanish as well. But whatever language it is, you said it makes no difference. It's not the way you think.
Yeah, that was the real challenge for me was that it's so different from photography. It's the discussion we had was on. In photography, think of there's something and we take away until there is something. We have something meaningful that goes into the photo. And in writing, I have the feeling that I have to put things together. I have to, like bricks, I have to put words next to other words, and I have no idea how to do it.
You're a very methodical man. You are somebody who works with systems. So you definitely have two very different worlds.
Yes, and that's why photography is more an escape from what I do on a daily basis.
I should just tell you that Michael gave us a rota of when we're allowed to use the shower. What did you call it? You call it your...
Standard operating procedure? No. And I gave you actually the explanation what is standard operating procedure in this context. We had more a draft schedule, and everybody agreed to it, so we used it.
Well, we all agreed to it, and the first person to break it was Michael. He said, I had mine early this morning. Well, how do you know nobody else was having their shower early?
Because I was the first one.
Yeah.
Unless you break the rules, we wouldn't have an issue.
Yeah. But you did, I wish you had it with you. You haven't got the piece you wrote with you, have you?
No. And I wouldn't read it in public.
Really not?
No, I like the intimate
it wasn't
setup that we had.
Yes, it was.
Right. And maybe it's showing up on a post at some point.
Yeah.
Together with an image, which I didn't take. Which is the funny part. I had it in my mind, but I didn't take it.
What was it about? Give us a clue.
The poem?
Yeah.
Or the... Well, actually, we were sitting in the woods this morning, and on wet grounds with moss and trees around, and I had an idea of a photo when looking down on the grounds about how the moss presented itself to me, and it looked like more like one of those tropical woods when you look from very high rainforest, very high from the air. So and that similarity of the very tiny things to big things, that was something that I liked. And so I fantasized in the thing I wrote about islands.
I thought it worked really well. And Merrin doesn't just pay lip service. She honestly thought it was good.
Yeah. And I myself thought it was not bad for the first one. But what I liked this morning is that we had 4 people presenting something, and those were 4 very different things.
So totally different.
Yeah.
I think it says something about each of those that read their piece. Mine as usual ends up with something silly. There's a Spike Milligan in me. Yours was the most poetic. Oh no, that's not true. I think you and John can share equal footing with that.
Yeah, but the exercise she gave us before, or the way she read the poems earlier, that actually released something that offered possibilities, and that's what
can go on.
Mine were not 15 words; there were a few more, but it allowed to take off complexity that I had in my head before.
There being the 2 Michaels, then this very systems-led, methodical, very professional man next to the artistic one. Are they 2 totally different characters, or does one bleed into the other? Like, do you cry when you're an artiste, darling? I've gone rather silly again, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can completely separate one from the other.
Right.
There is things that I use as a reference when I explain things in clear terms in my work, and of course methodology helps in the artwork as well, because there's a consistent approach that I can apply, which allows me to control somehow an outcome if I want to.
So that sounds like you're a very technical photographer. I.e. you would know the menu system before you go out photographing with it.
Well, I have stopped reading manuals. I have to say, but honestly, I did. Yeah. It would be a nightmare for me to switch camera systems these days because I like the one that I have and I stay with it. But methodology also in the exercise that we had yesterday, the printing. It's important to understand which are the variables that I can influence on the way to an outcome, and how can I use them best for my vision of what.
I thought you'd like that process because I could see you latched onto it fairly early on, that you knew the process involved and how to get there. Even if I think you got a long way towards where you wanted to go actually with your picture, but I knew you thought, okay, give me another half afternoon. I think I've nailed this. I was floundering around like a fish that had just been taken out of a pond and popped on the garden. It took me such a long while to really understand what was going on. I thought, vacuum box, okay, that makes a nice noise. You put that. Oh, when do you wash? No, when do you wash? No, Michael, do it for me.
No, I had you doing it, and but it helped. It helped to understand what are the things that we can influence, what are the things where we better call an expert, like the exposure of the plates. That was something where we would not experiment today, and we started basically with scrubbing, right? Yeah. We had several attempts to scrub and print, and that was good because with each iteration we could see something and see the results of something that we've tried.
That's why I like photography. I like that. I mean, I like the dark room, but getting in there and actually having to scrub through till you start to see that image coming up.
Yeah.
Great physical process.
And still the advice of the master that we had with us was important, to rather go gently, but many times.
Go gently, yeah.
Right, and that is there was reason to say so, and I followed this on the very bright areas that I have in my image, and it worked out.
He did remind me of something I did terribly wrong so many years ago. Sorry, Dad. I know you're no longer here to tell me off about it, but when he was just gently taking that scrim to the plate, going round gently to start with, it reminded me of, I love to help my dad clean his car, and he said, all right, son, you start. You said, get the bucket, take the bucket out. I don't know whether I was 7 or 8, whatever I was, but that would have been a great honour, to take the bucket of warm water out to the car, get the sponge. I went back into the kitchen to get the sponge, and I collected a Brillo pad.
The silver one?
I don't know whether it was the silver one or the one with the green
but you
on
got
it.
The silver
either or. I remember going to the bonnet. Scratch, 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 scratch.
Your father congratulated for it.
He wasn't best pleased.
No.
Never let a 7-year-old carry the bucket out to the car. Is the lesson in that, kids? Remember that if you're young enough to be having children soon, or you're trusting your grandchildren to wash your car. See, systems, that's a standard operating procedure.
Right.
That wasn't followed.
Right. In the industry, we would certainly define the level of pressure that you have to apply and the directions that you have to go. But yesterday it was just wax on, wax off.
Like it was. It was. And you're Mr. Martial Arts, so you're the one. Yeah, you're the one for that. I've lost Giles in a graveyard, and it does rather worry me. He's not lying down anywhere. I do hope. I need to get him back to his wife at the end of the week. Giles. So the atmosphere is being slightly ruined by a reversing municipal vehicle, but I feel I do need to do the link, as it were, at this point, because we're standing before Cromarty Bowling Club. And this is a picture, John, from the shipping forecast from the legendary Mark Power.
I'm standing on I'm looking at hallowed ground in a sense. I mean, it is a tremendous book. And
did you bring the book?
No, I didn't. No, well, it's
because it's the latest. It's the reprint, isn't it? Which has many more pictures in it.
Yes, I mean, the shipping forecast was something I remember. That just stands out. I mean, I've lived in Birmingham. It couldn't have been further from the sea if you'd have
Landlocked
tried.
Birmingham. Although you have a canal.
Although, actually, can I just point out we've got more canals than Venice? Well, so the saying goes.
Yeah.
But the shipping forecast was just something I always remember hearing on the radio.
Yeah.
And just being fascinated by it,
Now, here's the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 0015 on Wednesday, the 23rd of February. There are warnings of gales in Viking, North Utsira, South Utsira, Forties, Cromarty, Forth, Tyne, German Bight, Irish Sea.
Did your mum and dad listen to it?
I think they did, yeah. I never understood what backing meant. I had all sorts of
because
horrible
it would be...
Westerly 5,
Westerly
backing for...
that's it.
Westerly 5, backing for fine, moderate to poor, doesn't it? Yeah.
And there was... I'm sorry about the noise in the background, but it does feel appropriate to be talking about the shipping forecast as we're by Cromarty Bowling Club and the beautiful, peaceful atmosphere of the town.
Yeah.
My grandma and granddad used to listen to it in landlocked Bengio. And granddad would even shush me like it made any difference.
Well, there was always a chance he might have wanted to go out on the local duck pond in the rowing boat. In which case you'd need to know whether that southwesterly was going to come and back you at force 5.
Yeah.
Really.
It would have made a difference to his golf swing. That's about it. Michael is loving the fact that there is because he didn't really... Michael, come here. You didn't really get the idea of the bowling club idea, did you? When you saw this, you thought, well, there's just a pavilion.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't involve grass in the places where I come from.
Does it not?
Bowling, no?
Oh, that's a bowling alley, though, isn't it?
No, but yeah, it's a bowling alley.
Michael was looking for the 10 pins, weren't you, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the 9.
The 9.
Yeah.
No, this is well, you have crown green bowls, and what's this one, John?
This is just bowling green. I'm not an expert. This is just a lawn bowls, isn't it? Well, that's what I understand it. Crown green has got a big lump in the middle, hasn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know whether that's probably, whether that's just a bit of poor gardening or whether it's intentional, but crown bowling greens have a big lump in them. This is flat.
They're absolutely pristine, aren't they,
yes.
bowling greens in England? Or Scotland, England, wherever.
Edit that one out.
Yeah, goodness.
But, really at my age, I should know all about bowls, shouldn't I?
Why do you think you get to a certain age and you should start playing?
Well, it's obligatory where I come from.
Is it?
Yeah. So
you have to have the uniform.
I have to have the white trousers, the long white coat.
That's it.
Yeah, the hat, the silly white hats. Well, I'm saying silly. I'm going to offend some of you who plays bowls.
Yeah, you're offending everybody that plays bowls because in Newbury, our bowling club has a lot of young members.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's a sport on the rise. Maybe my studio self could tell me.
I'll do my best, but I couldn't find any accurate figures. But lawn bowls has been played across Britain for centuries. It's a game of precision, patience, and tactics that can appear gentle until you realise just how fiercely competitive it can be, according to this. The sport has faced challenges in recent decades, and people joining in, well, from its heyday, has certainly fallen. But clubs across the country are working hard to attract a new generation of players, and there are signs that interest may once again be growing. How was that? Good enough, John? Well, we're coming to a close for this year's Scottish Retreat Special, and it can only really end in one place. So enjoy breathing in some beautiful Scottish loch breeze over the next few minutes. Oh, and we'll end by having a lesson in cyanotypes. I use the expression lesson really quite loosely.
One of my favourite sites from the Scottish retreats that we've taken year after year, one of my favourite places is Loch Maree, and the various walks that you can take around the loch, up and above the loch. And we've taken a woodland walk that takes us up towards, I would say it's a mountain. It is to me, living in Berkshire, in England land. That's more than the 261 metres I traversed to get to the high points that I know of. But anyway, yes, it's a woodland walk that takes you through these Caledonian pines, and ahead of me there's a bit of a climb, but you look down upon the loch itself, and today we have there's wind, there's rain in the air as well, but the clouds are moving quickly enough because it's a bit brisk. We're sheltered reasonably well here, but it's a bit brisk, and so the clouds are parting quickly enough to let flashes of sun move their way from west to east across the range here in front of me. It's a fabulous sight. Queen Victoria is quoted as saying this this area that's not visited too often is absolutely outstanding in its beauty and what it offers up. And of course, as you can imagine, immediately after, it was visited by everybody that could make their pilgrimage this way. Look at this place then, Giles. Isn't it beautiful?
It's extraordinary. It really is. It's just, yeah, there's times words fail me. They really do. Yeah. Just
that sunshine kissing the shore opposite us and the mountain range opposite us. With that, look at that. There's a waterfall just snaking down right opposite us.
It's strange, isn't it, that we look to other countries. We look to people like me who look to people like Ansel Adams for inspiration, and look to Yosemite and all the rest of it. And look what we have quite literally on our own doorsteps. You know, and it's why haven't I been here before? It's
we have now. I've brought you.
Thank you. Yes, I shall come again.
We're the advance party for you and your dearest,
absolutely,
Nicola, to visit this area.
Yeah, no,
but you've been here actually. You were only just down the road with friends.
Yeah, we
or just across the glen.
Yeah, but we didn't come for some reason. We didn't come this way because we were off to Elan Donnell, where some friends of mine got married about 25 years ago. But I would guess that, you know, you just turn any corner and any numerous amount of glen or loch would be as exquisitely beautiful.
I would sing "Climb Every Mountain."
Please don't.
I feel like it, but
if you're singing "Climb Every Mountain," I'm walking down this particular one.
Well, I was going to say, but for the fact there's some visitors passing by, let me give them some space over here. Morning.
Morning.
Taking his time, looking rather wistful. Michael, this is beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
Is this what you expected of Scotland? I know it seems a bit cliche, although it was funny. As we were driving down the glen into the sites of where Maree reveals herself, the loch, that is, I realised that sounded a bit strange, but as we were driving down, we were playing Flower of Scotland. I know, but it seemed appropriate at the time. But yeah, but this is my romantic view of Scotland, but it's there in reality.
Yes, it is. And it's incredible how fast the light changes.
Oh, yes.
Just within a minute, you can have all kinds of patterns on the projected on the mountains.
We're fairly well sheltered by the mountain behind us, but those clouds are whipping through, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they're just beautifully uncovering the sunshine in strips across the shoreline in front of us.
Yeah, and as I'm falling for broken things, I actually have a look at this tree here.
Tree, yeah.
This is
dead tree.
The dead one next to the others.
The live one.
And I find a few others here.
Yeah.
They really catch my interest. And
once upon a time, this was all covered by trees, but not now.
Yeah. What I also like is the yellow. The yellow is something that I will remember from this trip. There's those spots of fresh yellow, and it's not the aggressive one. It's a very warm inviting one. In many of my pictures, I will have it in one form or the other. Yeah, so I'm very, very pleased. There's a lot of water on the ground, right? So even walking here is
a bit careful. The water's coming off the mountain up there.
Yeah,
Let's see how far up we can get before
it gets too difficult.
Makes it a little bit trickier for us.
Yeah, but again, the change of height gives us again a different perspective, and I love that.
Well, it seems to me every 50 steps we're seeing something new.
Yeah, we could choose any of the spots where we stop here and probably stay for a minimum an hour.
Yeah.
And there's just look around each direction, wait for changing light, and then something happens.
Well, there's no rush. You take as long as you need. We're down by the loch side edge at Maree because we said Giles said and offered at the end of the week to produce a cyanotype of Michael's 4554, and we've brought our transparencies, haven't we, from the other day, producing for Photogravure, that's right. How does cyanotype work, Giles?
Haven't got a clue.
No, don't say that. You've got a cyanotype parcel with you.
I genuinely haven't got... Right.
So did you buy this from the craft shop?
No, I was given to it. Right, so basically what it is, it's a sheet of cyanotype paper, which is light-sensitive material covered onto paper, but it's susceptible to ultraviolet. So it's not like photographic paper or film. So you basically put it behind put a negative on top of it,
yep.
Put a glass sheet on top of that to keep it nice and flat, and so the ultraviolet, which there's not going to be any now, which needs direct sunlight, will expose it, and then you wash it off in the water. But we need direct sunlight, and there isn't any.
There's sun coming from over there, over the hill. There's always UV though, isn't there? That's the problem.
Yeah, but there's a difference between 15 minutes exposure and an hour and a half's exposure.
Oh.
Let's just do it.
Okay, so you're going to do one anyway.
Okay.
So this is your negative.
Yep. So what we're going to do?
Hold it for the first time.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
So hold it to your neck. Give me the paper, plateen paper. So what you have here, okay, on the sheet, Michael, or two, it's coated both sides.
Okay.
So as you take the neg out, I'll give you the sheet of paper. Place it on top.
Yeah.
Okay. Do it really quickly. Okay. And then place the glass sheet on top of that. Okay. So you ready to go?
That's the side, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Before it blows
Okay. And
away.
do you need to do it really, really quickly? It says heat.
Here we go.
Go on, now put it on top.
Yeah.
Okay. Now put the glass sheet on top. Oh, for sake.
I like the way it's such a cathartic, gentle process,
Quick,
isn't it, John? quick! Oh, for sake!
Now the sun comes out.
And the sun's coming out. Look.
It doesn't make for great audio, to be honest with you. Because I seem incapable of describing anything today.
No, you're very good at it. You do dismiss yourself too much.
I fell asleep in the car, so I'm just a bit
Yeah,
sleepy.
I know you fell asleep
Like
in
a
the
little
car.
old teddy bear.
We all noticed you. When I
Oh look, we got some sunshine. So what you'll start to notice, okay, it's starting to go lighter.
Yeah. Outside.
Yeah.
the paper's
Yeah,
starting
yeah.
to go lighter, right?
So what we could do,
When it's
Yeah.
white.
what we could do in the meantime,
Yeah.
okay, is actually this will be quite fun. If you grab some leaves,
Right.
okay,
Oh yeah.
a few leaves,
Yeah.
and other sort of semi-translucent stuff,
Yeah.
you can lay it on top, and there's no wind round here, is there? You just lay it on top and see what happens.
I think it'll blow off. Pardon the expression. Leaves. You what? Sorry.
I don't want to rip off anything.
Well, you may have to because there won't be any free. There won't be any leaves just hanging around. Just take a little one there. There we go. Subtle. This one. There we go. Oh, there was one on the floor. Would a daisy do it, or a buttercup rather? Not a daisy, a buttercup. Right, I've got my project.
Look at the size of the paper. Bunch of go get some.
That's all you want. Real leaves.
Real leaves. You should never go into teaching because the children wouldn't like your language. We're not exactly stood next to dock leaves. Have you got one? He's very angry, isn't he?
He is.
I don't like letting him go to sleep in the back of the car.
I feel intimidated.
Yeah, I feel intimidated as well. You're quite right. Should we go home? Oh, no, that's beautiful. Look at that. Yes, yeah.
Always a class smart.
Michael would be like the class smarty arse, wouldn't he? He really would, because he comes back with a proper leaf. Oh, look at me, I've come back with a half dead, half caterpillar eating.
Sorry looking specimen.
Let's look at yours. Oh, look like two sad bits of mint from Sainsbury's. Yours do. That's just going to blow away. You could put some stones on them, Michael.
Look, shadow.
Move back a bit.
Is it me?
Yes, it is you. You're a very angry teacher.
Right, later. Here we go. Who wants another piece?
Can I have a piece of paper, please, sir?
There we go.
Thank you. Let's share, because we've got the worst homework in the class. There we go. Do we need to hold it down, do you think?
Yes.
Or we could put a pebble on it, on the end, like that.
Yes, that's fantastic. Near the end.
He's blocking the light.
Giles.
Put it there.
Giles is more angry than the art teacher I used to have called Mr. Norbury. I may have to. I don't know whether he can't still be alive. Yes, I'm recording it.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to have to bleep out all the things you said. And I'm going to send the unedited version to your wife.
So you're going to bleep out all the swear words.
Yes.
So the only thing we'll hear Giles say is "and" or "you bunch of."
But he is exactly like Mr. Norbury from my art classes, who had the perfect aim of the bald rubber. He was able to do it while he was turned around from you and throw it over his shoulder and still take your ear off.
A bit borrowing the group brain cell there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, group brain cell.
Have a look at how it's acting on the paper. Yeah. Okay, and then after 5 minutes, give it a go. We've got plenty of paper. So give it a go and see how it comes out.
I know a few people. We've had a few people on the retreat that do this, and they do it to exhibition level, Giles.
So at the moment...
No, they don't sit on the beach and swear like you do. This feels like one of those programmes I love watching. There's those two... What are those two fellas in the UK? Mortimer and Whitehouse that go fishing together with that dog with the funny teeth. It's a beautiful show, and they just talk nonsense. It's supposed to be a fishing show, and occasionally Paul Whitehouse goes fishing.
Dear listener, picture this. A majestic, beautiful, bucolic Scottish scene, right? This grumpy old git, i.e. moi, sat on a pebble beach trying to educate some lovely, lovely guests.
You know your right foot has just got really wet with that wave coming in on it.
Yeah, it's just to remind me of my failings as an instructor.
How do you know when it's done?
I have no idea. It's really, if it was consistent sunlight, no cloud, we do some tests, but it's not.
So we'll leave this for about 20 minutes. I'll turn the tape off for a second.
About 15 minutes.
And we'll see where we go with it. In the meantime, there's an eagle over there. Look.
Oh, look.
And this way, please.
Go behind me.
So the cyanotypes we had the leaves on, or the paper we had the leaves on, we're now going to wash in the loch. This is the lovely Scottish bit about it.
Drag
it off. Look at that. That is a loch-produced cyanotype. You've just floating away. You almost lost yours, Michael. Look, that's fantastic. Look at the detail in the leaves.
Yeah.
What does our one look like, John?
Not quite as detailed.
That's awful.
I'm the best printer in the group.
That's terrible. Michael, he's got the best print in the group, and he's got the 4554.
The two naughty boys didn't do very well because they didn't listen. Listeners.
Well, no, we did listen, but we didn't get the best leaves.
We've gone for more abstract.
We're calling this a snow scene.
Clouds. We photographed the sky.
we've done clouds. That's
We
right.
photographed the sky.
Look at Michael's.
How long would we have to water it? It's nice.
So effectively, the loch has become our fixer, hasn't it?
It's very much
It's in the fix.
It's very much like in fact, it's a developer, and very much like
Developer and fix, isn't it? No, surely I'm being serious.
Could you let me speak? For God's sake. This is like an episode of Faulty Towers meets. Was it One Flew? No, not One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Oh, it's something else. Shut up, Charles.
That looks really good. I'm not listening to him anymore. Look at that, fantastic.
It's nice blue.
Yeah. So now I get it.
I mean, ours is
Ours is awful.
Give us 5 minutes, Michael.
Should we see if there's anything else we could choose?
Right, okay.
Look at the grey clouds coming over. This is not premium cyan. Yeah, we're just going to do this one. Yeah. Otherwise we'll miss our tea.
Oh, crikey, perish of thoughts.
Otherwise you...
That's the thing about a Scottish retreat. All this kind of thing gets in the way of the food.
Is this the moment of truth?
You are going to secure the neg.
No, the really important thing above everything else is the neg.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like massively important.
So are you grabbing the neg then? So Giles, you grab the neg.
Lift it off. Okay, and go. Take it quickly.
Oh, look at this! Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, there's something.
Class SWAT.
There's detail in the trees in the back. and in the front.
Do you have a German word for SWAT? Have you ever heard of that word before?
SWAT?
It's like the really clever kid in class.
I know.
What were the German words?
I have no words for that.
Really?
No. I don't know how the others called me.
That's amazing. So the picture that Michael made the other day with Giles using the Beast camera, the large format, was of a pillbox on Roseisle Beach, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there were all these pillboxes and those tank blocks, weren't they? Concrete blocks to stop tanks coming up onto the beach. And the cyanotype that Michael's just been able to produce from that is gorgeous, isn't it?
Well, we'll copy it, photograph it, and it'll be on the show page, won't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That needs to be on the show page.
We left it about another 10-15 minutes.
It was darkening, right?
Yeah, you get a lot more detail in there, and then in the sky. But it's lovely, isn't it? It really is.
That's fantastic. And you know, the really lovely thing about this, the romantic thing about this, apart from the fact we've got the grumpiest man in Scotland with us, is that we've produced a cyanotype next to Loch Maree using Scottish water to bring the picture alive. That's amazing. And there's no sunshine now. Come on, sunshine.
There were 3 guys saying,
Yeah. No, look, there's some blue sky coming from over the ridge. Look, we could do ours yet, John. Shall we? Shall we see?
We could save face here, couldn't we?
We could be just about to.
We could redeem ourselves. We might be able to avoid detention if we.
Did you ever have after-class detention?
I'll put it this way: I very rarely ever went home on time. I had that many detentions.
I only have ever had 2 in my school career, and I was devastated.
Oh,
absolutely.
God, yes.
You sound like you were used to it.
Well, my problem was that I hadn't mastered the art of not getting caught.
Right. Okay. Should we be scared of our negs as well? No.
well, here's my negative.
Oh, yeah. Is that your piece of artwork?
Oh, you know what?
Well, another Scottish retreat passes, and we all depart as good friends, having enjoyed and shared lots of incredible experiences and views and challenges. And the food, don't forget the food. Oh, the food and conversation of an evening, just wonderful. If you'd like to join us in 2027, you can email stories@photowalk.show today, or wait for the page to appear on the 22nd. I'd like Merrin to close the show with some more of her wonderful Cairn Gorm's lyrics. And a huge thank you to those that came with us this year. So hearty thanks from myself and Lynn Fraser. Thank you, Michael, John and Giles, and thank you to John McNaught at the Highland Print Studio, to all those who help the show make it to the podcast sphere each week, and to you for walking with us on this episode. Maybe we'll be walking, you and I this is, in person, together next year.
Cairn Gorm and Cairn Gorm, the Blue Mountain. Rainbow Height, Blaeberry, Bog Brown, Red Deer, Snow White, Blackbird, Dog Violet, Moss Green, Bright. Cairntoul, Cairn and Towel, the barn-shaped mountain. Storehouse of stone, boulders shouldering like beasts in this dark byre, hail drumming the watershed. Then Vuorich, Bain a Vuorich, mountain of the roaring. Once the haunt of wolves howling at night, now just their ghosts in failing light.
The Photowalk is a Loading Zone production.